What's going on, guys? Steve Blake here. As you know, or maybe you don't know, I live in New England and it is October, which sadly means that it's starting to get below freezing. There was a little bit of snow in Connecticut, a little bit of snow in Western Mass today, and you definitely feel it walking out of the house. So living in New England my entire life, I've had a lot of the different experiences with a lot of different jackets. So I'm gonna go over 3 of my favorites that I have and also some other options that I've had in the past that are great. Regardless of your budget, regardless of your price point, you'll be able to find something. And I'll also link down below in the description some sites where you can find these a little bit under retail or get them for a discount, and we will get started right now. All right, guys, first up, this is Canada Goose. This is a Windham parka. Canada Goose is quite expensive. Every single year, the price points go up and up and up and up. It's part of their strategy. They were recently acquired by a venture capital company, so you could get the same exact jacket and nothing changes from year to year. Probably 2 years ago for $700, it's now at $900. For that reason, there's a couple things to look for when trying to buy Canada Goose under retail. Before we do that, we'll just get into the fit. These jackets are offered in a lot of different styles, but my best advice to you is to go true to size. In your t-shirt size, keep in mind they do run slightly big, so I can do a large in some Canada Goose jackets, but you're gonna be layering, especially as it gets colder, and this jacket in particular, you wanna go true to size. So where can you get Canada Goose under retail? Well, if you are an official Canada Goose account, you are not allowed to discount the product. So for that reason, they oftentimes, retailers will sell it to people that are like jobbers that buy huge quantities and then put it up on spots like eBay or Amazon at a discount. I think Amazon is a better seller. There's better seller protection there, and that seems to be more a traditional model for the people that are doing volume Goose. So the discount, again, is not crazy. You might save yourself $150 or $200, but keep in mind, these are extremely well made. They're not as pretentious as Montclair, and unlike Montclair, these are actually used by professionals that want extreme protection from the cold. So it definitely stands by its name. If you're not into, sorry I look so washed by the way, I'm feeling super under the weather, but if you're not into the hood, a lot of people don't like the fur. It does zip off, so if you're someone that's conscious about using fur or the practices against animals, you can't always zip that option off. Of course, if you feel a certain way about it, you're probably not using goose down, because that's also something that's technically controversial, but for me, I don't really mind, and this is probably the premium when it comes to staying warm. Next up, we have the Face Nupste jacket. Keep in mind, this is just what I have in my closet, so obviously this is a Supreme collaboration. It goes a lot more than they actually are supposed to retail. You can find Nupste jackets for under $300. They come in a lot of different patterns, prints, camo, etc. The downfill for this is very similar to that 3 Canada Goose that I showed earlier, coming in at a much lower price point, so it is quite warm. The Nupste jacket does fit about a full size big, even with layering, so if you do want to get away or you find a deal in between sizes, I could do a large as an XL. For sizing, again, I forgot to mention in the beginning, I am 6'2". The majority of my weight on my lower body, I'm pretty skinny up top. So you do go true to size, and if you can't find true to size down is fine. The downfill is quite good. And again, obviously all these jackets are super puffy. There's nothing that's gonna be very trim, and that's actually gonna offer you protection from the cold, unless you go with something like an Aerial Loft Nike jacket, which is a nice down, like 400, 800 fill. Really great too. Unfortunately, I do not have that jacket. Again, just showing you what I have, but something to keep in mind. The Nupste jacket, great from the North Face, good brand name, and easy to find under retail. Kicks USA is a good site, and End Clothing for global shipping, and I'll link both those down below in the description for North Face. Last but not least, and this is the jacket my camera hates because it's all pin dot. This is actually a Concept collaboration jacket. The reason why I'm showing it is because they source the same downfill that I believe is used both by Penfield and Patagonia. Penfield and Patagonia make great different fill down jackets. They also make like synthetic down jackets that are quite warm. Both these brands come in at a great price point, so I highly recommend a brand like Penfield or a brand like Patagonia. And again, they're both able to be found fairly easily under retail. Sites like eBay, great place to look for it to save some money, especially as you gear up for winter season. And keep in mind that all 3 of the jackets that I've shown in today's video are jackets that I've had growing up my whole life. I had a Nupste jacket for like 6 years, beating it up as a kid, worked perfectly fine. Canada Goose, I've had the same jacket for 4 or 5 years, worn it every single day it gets cold. These things are really made well and made to last. Of course, you could go to a company like Uniqlo or a company like H&M and get something with the faux fur, whatever it is. But the reality is if you really want to invest in a winter jacket and want to get something that you'll have for a long time, these are the brands that I recommend best. Of course, I'm welcome to your feedback, so if you guys have any brands that you particularly like, let me know down in the description, down in the comments section for me. And if you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, leave a thumbs up on it. See you like signing out. Peace, guys.